just got to the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, right on the edge of Tennessee and North Carolina, so happened to be on the North Carolina side. Um, this is an all tent camping location. I just picked it up on the internet yesterday. Decided to drive up. Gonna do some shooting here. Stay tuned. Listen to the sound of this is Big Creek Campsite, and it's like I said, it's tent only, and like living up to its name, there is a big creek, and just listen. What a wonderful sound. I can't wait. I saw some colors changing on the way in. I didn't have a chance to pull over and get any pictures, but hold on, next few days, here we come. Okay, I admit, I've only used this tent once, and it was to, when I was raising money, to camp out on top of a hospital roof. So here's my stakes. I got the tent kind of laid out. There's, I think, the cover, rain cover over there, and this thing is a lot smaller than I originally thought it was. I thought it was a little bigger, so we'll have to see if my air mattress fits inside. All right, stay tuned. Okay, it's about 9 o'clock on day one. The air mattress, I blew it up over my truck and brought it over, and I grabbed the queen mattress or full mattress instead of, and I got a tiny little tent here, so I made a friend at the campsite next door. His name is James. He's an old timer, comes up here a lot, lives about 20 miles away, and after I got this this big enormous air mattress inflated, James helped me bring it over, and we did the geometry on it, and it wasn't going to fit in the tent. So I had to take about half maybe a third of the air out of it, and we squished it and somehow shoved it in. It kind of felt like a Winnie the Pooh moment, but we got it in here. So it's I'd say maybe 2/3 inflated, but it takes up the whole stinking tent all the way inside it. I'm still hearing the rush of the water. James and I sat out tonight. He had a nice little fire going, and we just sat and talked, and I made a new friend. So I've got a sleeping bag. It's a little thin, so I brought these paint blankets. I keep in the garage. I had a few leaves fall out of them, but they're warm and they're working really well. So all's good. That's it for a day. I can't wait for the morning to go see the rapids here and get that in the soft light, the morning sun. There are coming up here. I did see really good color in some places, so I might have to go a little further north tomorrow, up the Blue Ridge Parkway. I am in the Blue Ridge Mountains, and I'm way back up in this mountain. It's quite cool the way in here. I'll show you some video. Hey, that's all for tonight. Lights out. See ya. Tent camping, it went well. A little cool here in late October in the mountains, Smoky Mountains of North Carolina. But hey, there's my tent. It kept me just fine. And here's that big creek I've been talking about, right down there. I just went down and took some shots. Morning sunrise. Can't get the sunrise in the mountains here too well. but I got the morning light breaking, and it's a pretty cool rapids shots. So, all right, this is the view up from my campsite, and let's see, I turn this further on. And here I am breaking down my tent. The tent is still inside. The big air mattress was as big as my tent. We had a hard time getting it in this tent last night, so now I'm laying on it trying to blow the air out. So, note to self, get a smaller air mattress or a bigger tent. Okay, got my campsite all cleaned up. You can see it's all empty. Everything's put away back in my truck over there. And then you see the other campers hanging out here this morning, having breakfast. Some of them got fires going. They got up here and got set up before I did last night, and some brought their own firewood. So here's the path. It becomes apparent to me I'm going to need some hiking shoes, hiking boots. Throw a comment up if you have suggestions on what hiking boots to get. I'd like to get some good ones here. So here I'm set up on this rapids on Big Creek, and got my tripod set up. Got my Canon 5D Mark IV, and I don't know what the tripod is. I think this is a tripod my buddy Brian Clark gave me when he got a new one. I think I've already broken the foot on it. So it's lightweight, does the job. I think I could probably find some better equipment here, though. We'll see. So I brought my flat cap today, because it's not as long, but I still find that I'm popping it when I'm trying to look through my lens finder. So this is what I ended up doing this morning, and I'm lining up. So I'm going to show you the shot I'm lining up on, and here's the camera. So here's the shot. You can see it's pretty loud, I know. You can see the multiple levels of rapids, falls that are here. This certainly isn't considered a waterfall, but I would say it's a pretty dynamite display of water here in the mountains. I've set up my viewfinder to, you see that top rapids up there? I've set up my viewfinder so that that top rapids is in the rule of thirds. It's in the top 1/3 corner, to draw your attention up to it when I take the shot. And the rest of the shot picks up all of this flowing water here. So I have a couple options here. I can just shoot a picture, which I think I will, which will kind of capture the contrast of the falling water, the air that's in it, as well as the clear water. But then I'm going to take probably anywhere from 3 to 10 second long exposure. I don't have any filter for my camera at the moment, but there's more equipment I need. But as I think I'm gonna set up a channel on YouTube, and just to capture and have some fun with all the photography I do. I know I've got a lot of friends who enjoy the still shots when they go up on social media, but I think I'm going to take it a step further and just start covering some of this gorgeous wildlife and scenic photography that we can do here in the Carolinas. We've got everything from beach photography down in Myrtle Beach to historic Charleston to everything that's happened up in Colombia. Um, we swing up here, and I'm in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park right now, in a campground that is just right next to some of God's most beautiful creation. Okay, here I am set up on it, and I'm going to go for a one manual mode for my camera. I'm going to go with a 4-second exposure to make that water look like it's flowing. And I put a f/22 on it. I don't have a filter system to knock down all this light, so I just got to go as dark as I can. And I'm going to let the camera do the work on this one, setting the ISO. So I have a feeling about 200 is the lowest I could go without going auto. So here's the shot, folks. And all right, I really like that. A little light towards the top, where the trees are picking up more light from the rising sun. But all in all, I like that shot. So I'm going to show that to you again. There we go. You can see, there it is. Hey, how much fun is that? So that's a 4-second exposure, and you can see how the water just flows in that shot. The leaves are starting to change here. I'm getting a little light green, but I think I can find better in some other locations. I'm going to do a little more hiking here today, but gosh, that's certainly pleasing to the eye. So I'm going to set up for my next shot here. I'm going to take that up to about a 60-second exposure. I'm going to knock this down to about f8, I think. And I'm going to take the ISO off and see what happens at 200. So just a test shot here. Oh, way too dark. Way too dark. So I'm going to lift that ISO a bit. I'm going to go up to about 500. I'm going to drop f6.7. See if that made a difference. Okay, we're getting more light coming in on it. Isn't that pretty? But that's still a little dark for me. I might then be able to work with that on the post-production, but I'm going to knock it down to 5.6, and I'm going to take the ISO up to about 800 and see what happens there. Ooh, that's pretty. I like that. I'm picking up a little bit of red color out of the right side there. There's a thin little tree there that's going red on us, so that's really good. And gonna see if I can zoom in here a little bit more and get a little closer look. And let's see what that does. Kind of fun shot. Still a little bit dark, I think. So I'm going to set the ISO up at 1250 and see what happens. And I'm going to zoom in on that for you. And you can see, oops, you can see the contrast in the water instead of that water just being all white and flowing. I'm picking up all kinds of action in there, and bubbles and suds, and just the water falling. I think that's really quite a cool shot. So, there's nothing like getting out in the outdoors and getting early morning photography. So, all right, stay tuned. So I'm still in the same shot here, but same place. but I'm going to turn my camera here and work on a vertical. Oops, not tight enough there. So I'm just going to see what I can get here on the vertical. And there we go. And I'm going to see if I touch on that spot. I'm going to try that one again. Oh, okay, I like that one better. That tree, the white tree is right in the middle. So I think I want to move that to one side. And so I'll pivot just a little bit. And see that white tree over there? And there we go. Just beautiful.